All right, sounds good.
All right, welcome to HASSDISCUSSES. We got Halfdeadshogun here of Funk House
What's
Records.
up?
What's up? So,
Happening?
what's happening is I want to just give a quick shout out to Ziploc Fresher. I mean, he's doing good. I just want to shout out that the fact that he's 2 weeks clean and stuff, and he's been a help to both of us. Would you say Ziploc's been a help to you?
He has, man. He really has helped me, man. Throughout the journey, because I mean, when I started first talking to him, when was it? It was a year and a half ago that I started talking to him, and from there, it was a friendship that grew from there, and then he kind of helped me with my, everything that in terms of like cadences, as I was telling you.
Yeah.
He helped me not sound so boring on a song. He really brought that enthusiasm back into my music.
Yeah, dude, he just got those little cool little tricks, and he's helped me with my production as well. He's like, maybe keep one 808 like one octave high, and then the other next one the opposite, and just some cool stuff. And I just hope that he's real good mentally and stuff. And he's
Yeah,
one of my favorite interviews. It was like a spur of the moment type of thing. I was just talking with him because I saw on SoundCloud like his bio, and it was real interesting talking about how he was just in street schema. And then I was like, and then I DM'd him. We had this long conversation. I was like, interview now. I'm not even gonna prepare anything. Like, and it was like one of my favorite interviews and stuff. And but yeah, we got Half Dead Shogun here, and he's gonna tell us about Funk House Records, who formed this label, and how did this come to be.
so Phonkhouserecords Records 2 years ago, me and the homie uh, Oracle. I guess I shouldn't say his real name. I don't know if he wants his real name out there, but I mean Oracle. Yeah, me and my homie Oracle. We kind of just got together just out of nowhere, man. We had already clicked up in the past in high school, and from there we kind of just hit it off, man. We started making music from the point we started meeting up, and then we kind of stopped talking for a little bit. I moved to California, and then I moved back to Utah. And after that, that's when it really sparked off, and that's the idea of Bunkhouse Records came to be. We were just sitting in the room and thinking of names just to throw on a label or something. And there had already been a label called Funk House, like FUNK,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Huh, is there a Funk House?" And nope, there
Uh.
was. So that after that, that's really what it went. And the first song we released was it was what was it? Oh, on the loose. It was to an X-rated beat, body count. That's what it is. And yeah, man. After that, it just started going up from there. People started fucking with our sound, started fucking with our lyric content, and all of that stuff. It just boom, it skyrocketed in the past 2 years. I mean, we 600 followers, man. It's crazy.
And you got the some guy posted your lyrics on some lyric website. That shows real
Yeah,
enthusiasm. Let's be
yeah, man.
honest. Like,
It was cool to see. Just out of curiosity, I looked it up online because I know that a lot of my shit's on there. On Google, if you look up Half Dead Shogun, it'll be up on there. And I looked it up, and it just so happened that somebody posted my lyrics to one of my songs on a website, and that was pretty cool.
yeah, it's cool. Like, just further understanding for the artist, just for the fans if they want to check out those lyrics and stuff. And also they'll have those little YouTube videos where they highlight the rhyme pattern. Maybe someone will make them. I don't know if you've seen them before. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah, I've been actually watching like Big Pun and all of those artists, from like the '90s in New York in that East scene. I've been watching a lot of those bar videos, and they really keep me inspired.
Is that like what you sort of came up listening to a lot of the time, that scene, or are you just getting into it?
That scene, yeah. It was only rap for me pretty much, and obviously like like the Hispanic music my parents would play around the house, that rap, and then a little bit of that rock and roll stuff from that. like the '60s era and stuff like that. My brother got me into a lot of that cool stuff.
What '60s rock were you a fan of?
I don't want to sound basic or like one of those people. I mean, the Doors. The Doors was one of the first bands that uh,
Yes.
yeah, I got introduced to. After that, I just started surfing into. I mean, I was like what, say 6, 7 years old when I got introduced to all of these things. So I wasn't really deep diving into a lot of that music scene.
Yeah.
As I gradually got older, I got more interested in music, and that's when I just started hitting different bands like Swans, Godspeed, all of these bands that just come up out of nowhere through the algorithms and YouTube. And then I also had a neighbor too, man. My neighbor of mine when I used to live up in the city called West Jordan. Yeah, my neighbor, he taught me. He didn't teach me, but he introduced me to a lot of cool music. A lot of cool music.
Yeah, I love the Doors, man. They're really, I think groovy is the best way to describe them. That's like the only really word I could use, you know?
Yeah, groovy would be the exact word, man. Because
Yeah.
really, they were really all about that mellow out wave. Like, I mean, Jim
Smooth.
Morrison was a crazy guy, but I mean, whenever he was calm, he was a calm guy.
Yeah,
At
like
least,
LA Woman, man. Who I love that
yeah.
song, man. Like I was listening to Matthew McConaughey's audiobook and he
Hmm.
like played that song on the way to like LA when he was like on the way to acting. That would go to like pursue an acting career and I was like, dang, that shows that song really kind of had that little impact, you know, and I respect that. What other Doors songs are you a fan of?
Let's see. 521, baby. That one, the 521. We got Here Comes the Sun. Uh, let's see. I really like the whole tape they did on the Soft Parade.
Uh,
Yeah, that the
what's the
whole
music
thing.
playing in the background?
I got Brothers Like Us, Southern Gang.
All right, can you turn it down
Is
a
it?
little bit? I
Yeah.
I just
If
it's
I,
a little bit interfering, you know. Just if that's okay with you, you know.
yeah, no, no, I could turn it down, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um. Yeah. The Doors, man. Anybody who hasn't checked them out, I'd say. Um. Like I know, like whenever someone thinks of '60s rock bands, they're thinking of like the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, and they're not like. I love them. I love the Beatles and Rolling Stones, but like check out the Doors, man, or like Cat Stevens, Simon and Garfunkel. I love that. I love that folk stuff too, as well from the '60s. That
yeah.
sort of smooth, chill stuff. But speaking of scenes, earlier we were talking about rap scenes, and you were bringing up Big Pun in the East Coast. What other rap scenes have you been a fan of, and what other scenes sort of influenced your music?
So really, when I was coming up, like I said, my brother introduced me to a lot of like that rap scene. So a lot of the New York battle stuff was a lot of my favorite
Ooh,
things to listen to. So I don't really know a lot of battle artists right now around, but like like the most famous ones, the most ones that left a mark on me was like Big L. You got who else? Cool G Rap. You got
dude, he had that one song, The Symphony. Cool G Rap or something. No, that might have been somebody else. Fuck, let me look that up. But man, there's this one song. Cool.
because I was getting into
Yeah.
like Wu Tang and obviously Wu Tang, man. Wu Tang's got to be up there, but Biggie, Nas. There's a bunch of artists that I was getting into from the East scene, and then once I started getting older, I started looking into the more Hispanic stuff. So like I started getting into Mexico's rap scene, and then I started getting into Brazil's rap scene.
Ooh,
Uh,
Brazil.
yeah,
Nice.
Brazil has some pretty nice rhymes, and then France came along because I was taking French class in middle school, and it so happened that my French teacher was actually a rapper, and he was pretty good at rapping in French, and so I started venturing out into French rap, and that was pretty cool for a few years that I was listening to that.
Give me a French rap recommendation and I'll type it down on my Google Doc right now. Give me a couple
Let's
French
see.
rap.
I have one in my playlist, as a matter of fact. I'll give you one.
I'm hyped to hear it.
Because there's also French producers that I have on SoundCloud as well, man, that are really, really dope.
Yeah, one of my favorite producers is Dominus Soul, and he's from Britain. So
Oh, bro, Dominant Soul, man. I've gotten into his stuff. We were actually supposed to make some stuff together, but he hasn't hit me up after that.
dude, oh
He
my
really,
god, I'd really like to interview him and like, dude, that he had this one song where it was like Out of Control. That's my favorite beat I heard from him. I don't know if you remember that one.
Out of Control. I think I may have heard it, but a French rapper. His name is Sefyu. It's Sefyu.
Sephu. All right, I wrote that down. I'll definitely check that out later. But yeah,
Yep.
dude, Dominus Soul, man. Oh my god. He's probably I think I got him and Jake Ohm as probably my two favorite
Is right now.
funk producers.
Okay.
Right now that just like they could just release like a beat tape of just beats and I could listen to it. Like I don't need a rapper to rap over the beats to make it sound good. It does sound good when rappers rap over the beats, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, at times, I feel like the producers make the beat specifically for it to be listened to and not rapped over.
Yes.
And that right there, I mean, it's perfect. The idea is perfect, but some people just go ahead and ruin the beat for just the simple fact that they want to rap on.
Yeah, sometimes I looked up like some Playboy Cardi type beat on it because I was trying to write music or something like that, and I was
Yeah.
like, and it had like 1 million views, and I'm looking at like the 7 different versions of it on SoundCloud, and they're all like garbage, and it's just like I don't know. Sometimes I think I gotta do justice to these beats, but who knows? Maybe I'll.
Got to, man. You got to.
I gotta
I
get
mean, if
into
you
making more vocal music. I'm only producing and stuff, and obviously, shout out to Ziploc for helping me learn producing and stuff like that. People gotta like learn to find like a mentor or something like that, or someone to like show them the ropes. Was there a certain person who showed you the ropes when it came to your music?
um really, I wouldn't say really there was someone who taught me the ropes. There was people who gave me pointers throughout my journey as an artist. Even my fellow collaborator, original writing thug, out, he would give me some pointers too. Like, oh, throw in some punchlines here and there. Watch your wordplay. He would, just show me a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Because honestly, he really was the one that I would look up to when it came to like wordplay and stuff like that. Because he would honestly be on top of that game, and it was pretty cool. So I mean, other than that, it's all pretty much just me being self-taught. I would just watch a lot of YouTube, man.
Really,
A lot of
like
YouTube.
tutorials and stuff. That's cool. Like that's cool that
Yeah,
you're
so,
open
like I
about
would
that.
watch like how to write a bar down, how to count a bar, how to stop at a certain spot and make it sound comfortable, you know, just stuff like that, little things like that help me out with my rapping.
Yeah, like I've encountered a lot of artists, and some of them can just go in the studio, and I'll film studio sessions for people. Some of them can just go in the studio without anything written down and just like freestyle off the top of their head, and it gets put into a
That's
song with the engineer who knows every. But not everybody does that, you know. People got to understand that there's a lot of different processes, you know what I'm like, and I just like to see other people's different processes for the shit, you know. It's so interesting to me. And
yeah.
so speaking on it, OWT or what does that stand for, by the way?
So OWT, it stands for Original Writing Thug.
So who is that, and how is he important to your career and your life?
So he is, like I said, he's a frequent collaborator. I grew up with him. We went to elementary school together, and we just been in contact ever since. And then it was I think it was like what, 5 years that went by, and we kind of grew distant a little bit. And then like it's the same thing that happened with Oracle. I mean, we kind of just reunited after some time. We found out actually that we lived right down the street from each other, and that actually made it a ton more convenient for us to just come over to each other's houses, record a verse here and there, write down some stuff, freestyle, get high off our minds. The deal, like
Yeah.
what people do. And yeah, I mean, he's a pretty cool guy, man. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever met. He's, like I said, he's helped me a lot with my music too, give me pointers. I've taken those pointers and I've ran with them, and I've used them. I've applied them in my music today, and they've helped me a lot. Those numbers keep on running up.
Yeah, man. Like, and obviously, I see like a lot of support in the comment section for everything you've been doing, and you got your music on Memphis 666. So like, I love that. I love to see that. Like how does that work out? Does Memphis 666 reach out to you, or does it just pop up? Like,
So at first our mission was to just get our voice out there. Just whatever we had to do to get our voice out there, we did it. So we would just message YouTube channels and just hit them up with our links. We were honestly the annoying kind of SoundCloud rappers. Not to that extent where like we would bother people every day and be like, hey, listen to our shit. But I mean, we would send them out, and it just so happened one of those days, Memphis 66.6, he messaged back and he's like, yo, this is pretty fucking cool, man. And he ended up posting that one track, and I sent him more, but he only posts stuff according to what fits his channel. So I mean, after that, I told him like, hey man, if you start to like our stuff and if you like what we upload from here on out, I mean, you could take the song without letting me know and you could just upload it. So he's been just doing that.
Who is it though? Like, it's a mystery to me, and I'm so,
And me too, man. I'm on the same boat with you. I don't really know who it is. It has to be some Russian guy, but I'm not sure who exactly it is.
What makes you think he's Russian?
Just the way he, like, when I'm in the comment sections and I'm reading comments, and he replies to them sometimes in Russian. So I'm assuming, but I mean, it would be kind of fucked up to assume that, but just the way he replies to people, the way he interacts with folks, I mean, I would think that he's Russian.
Yeah, dude, that's a mystery, and maybe one day I'll interview that guy, dude. That would be fucking, I
mean, I could probably get you that interview, man. I could shoot him a message and be like, hey, so my homie's interested in interviewing you. Would you be interested?
Dude, we'll talk off camera about that,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's I'm just hyped now, This interview's got me hyped. We're getting into some good topics, but no, I got a question though about people to work with. So, have you ever faced a scenario where the person that you working on music with has been challenging to work with, but the product that was released itself was just absolutely outstanding?
Let's see. I haven't really. Well, no, I haven't really had any issues with people holding back on verses or like taking their time with it. I really am. I'm one of those careful artists who carefully picks who he collaborates with.
So you got like a cool team going on, and you like to stick within that, but occasionally you branch out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when you branch out, you're real selective with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, nowadays, man, people are stingy in the underground. A lot of the artists are stingy. They're either full of themselves, which is okay to be full of yourself to an extent, like you can think that you're good enough to do what you're doing, but some folks just don't. They either look down on you or just plain out don't fuck with you, man. So I mean, at the same time, I mean, we're kind of just keeping our distance away from a lot of folks until we grow as a collective.
Nice. Yeah, like a lot of people, like I see like big artists, they release a single and a single and a single and a single. It gets traction, but they're never really like a part of something. And like, I'm not saying every rapper has to be a part of a group, but it certainly helps. Would you say that, you've grown a lot with your group, and it's helped a lot with your music, is being a part of a group and having smooth collaborations with them?
Oh hell yeah, man! It really has helped a lot because I mean the group of people that we have on Bunkhouse right now. I mean, Kevin, aka Heroin Father. We got Salazar. We got Oracle, and me myself. Uh, it's just great to have a good balance of okay, two rappers and two producers. So I mean, they make the music for us, and we just go ahead and punch in verses, and it works out perfectly, man. That chemistry that we have is so cool already because I mean, we just have that kind of we have that dynamic where it works out 100% every time. Like it's never gone south for us. From the beginning, we were always that type of group where we were like, fuck the rest, fuck the others. Like I mean, we kind of are like that right now, but at the same time, we still fuck with people. Like we got much love for a lot of the people who show us love, and we don't hold anything against anybody. If you guys want to collaborate with us, that's fine. But I mean,
You better pull through.
yeah, you better pull through. I mean, you have to hold your own weight because we pack a punch when we actually come through with lyrics.
Yes.
We try so hard to not half-ass anything. We do not want to half-ass anything.
Spend that time wisely.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to mixing, engineering, who handles that? The producers or yourself or any other artists?
So for example, Salazar takes care of the beats. Kevin also, he takes care of the beats as well, and then we just record and I mix. I usually mix my own stuff, or if they ask me, just send me your dry vocals and just I'll mix it for you. If they ask me, then you know what, I'll give it to them because they made the beat after all. Is it okay if I roll up?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's in a Christian radio show. We're cool. This is a
all right.
Independently produced online podcast solely done by me. I mean, eventually, I want to do that No Jumper shit, have people under me. Mm-hmm. But oh my god, I look up to No Jumper as so much, man.
Dude, yeah, I be on there a lot watching those interviews, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah, dude, the way he has like it set up now, where he has like different podcasts under him, not solely hosted by him. I just love that shit. Like he's got the AD guy. He's funny as shit, and he's got like House Phone. I mean, they're never like as cool and interesting as Adam, except for AD's cool as Adam. Like, what's your favorite couple No Jumper interviews where you really took something away?
Let's see. That I took something away from,
or just enjoyed. I mean,
the ones I enjoyed were like the Bunk Gang ones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just kept me laughing, man, because whatever he was doing on that, I don't even know what he was doing, but it entertained me while I was watching it, so I was like, fuck it, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's pretty funny. But yeah. I mean, other than No Jumper, do you get on that, what's it called, that is it Mascarilla?
Mascarilla Records, and also the podcast and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they're. I go on their he does Twitch streams a lot, and he had Mario Judo on the other time, and the other day, like probably a couple weeks ago or something like that. And yeah, I've been getting into them as well. They're pretty. I actually emailed him and I was like, "You want to interview?" And nothing came back, but whatever.
And, I mean, it's worth a shot. It really is worth a shot to just put yourself out there. But
the website model, though, I love the website. There's a lot of cool stuff. He got an interview with like Early Doom Shop in like 2017. So I respect that. I respect
that. That's really what I enjoyed. I enjoyed that interview right there. And then I think he did an interview with Ramirez.
Oh my god. I was listening to Conversations with the Devil the other day. That's like my favorite. Vibe Malls put me onto him. I don't know if you're familiar with that cover artist or Pipe Gang.
Yeah, Vibe Malls, he's hit me up a couple times. He wanted to work on some merchandise actually, but after that he kind of just he grew distant. So I was just thinking that maybe he didn't want to work anymore or anything like that. And then, yeah, after that, he hasn't really talked to me much. He comments on my stuff here and there, but he's a pretty chill dude.
Yeah,
I
he's
built.
real passionate about the music and stuff. The way he's able to help people out. But every now and then I check up on people a lot, and every now and then he's like, but sometimes he'll have some personal thing, and he'll like, not he'll, I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean, I get you, man. A lot of people just go through things, and some folks don't want to say it. Some folks will just pour it on you and just be like, you know what, man, I'm going through shit right now, and
Yeah, that's why I
but
posted that thing on my story. I was like, on my account, I was like talking about how I want to take a couple week break. Like after this, I'm gonna like take 2 weeks to just like get in a good workout routine. But I like have 10 videos scheduled to release within the next couple of weeks. And
shit, dude.
yeah, I'm a scheduler. Like this won't release until February.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like that's just how I run shit. Like cause I've recently, cause like I don't want to just release. It's like with timing a single. It's if I want to make a comparison to like, would you ever think like timing is key to like when you release stuff?
It really is, because you got to catch people at the right moment too.
Yeah.
We usually don't drop anything on like the weekends, because that's when people are focusing on like partying or like trying to get just the last things done before the weekend. So usually we drop midweek, like Wednesdays, Tuesdays, or Mondays, stuff like that,
Really?
like beginning of the week or midweek drops. And that's usually what has worked for us. But I feel you, man. Like scheduling like drops, it really does help.
That's interesting because like a lot of artists would say like, oh, we got to drop on Fridays so the Billboard week time goes up. You know what I mean? But like you're more interested in catching people when you actually think it'll be accurate for them to care and shit.
Yeah, because I mean, throughout the week, you just have to think about like, oh, okay, what do people do throughout the week? People go work out, people go on drives, people are on commute to work. So a
Yes.
lot of people will, before they get on the road, they'll plug in their aux, or they'll turn on their Bluetooth and throw on a quick song. So it shit that they do throughout the day. You have to think, do you think people would listen to this song now? Do you think people would listen to this song at night, or stuff like that? You just gotta, I don't know. I like to think or overthink like a lot of those things. Like, oh shit, should I drop it at 5 o'clock in the evening
Yeah.
so people, stuff like that, man. But I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, I've been doing my new schedule is like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 3 a week. And no weekend thing, and I'm not obviously it's been going on before. You just said that you don't want to release things on the weekends. I'm not just saying that because you said it, but if you're a content creator, you should take something away from this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We're dropping some knowledge on your ass right here. So
Yeah, you just got to, man. I mean, take notes if you want. Take the notebook out. Just write
that's
some
what I
shit
did when
down.
I got into this kind of stuff, or creating in general, like, or I've always wanted to write in movies and stuff. So I'd
Mhm.
listen to like and I still write movies. It's just it's hard to get something done in this day and age. And interviews are fun as well. But I watched a lot of filmmaker interviews, took a lot of notes and stuff. So would you say that you find a lot of pride but also value in being a self-taught artist?
Yes, yes, I really do. I mean, I will bring it up. I'm one of those people that will be like, "Oh shit, man." I self-taught myself, because if someone asks me like, "Oh, dude, how long did it take you to practice or all this shit?" Like, I'll just tell them straight up. Like, I wouldn't say I necessarily practiced, but I guess it would be practice if every day I freestyled and all that shit. But yeah, I take pride in this stuff, man. Being self-taught and all that. I really do take pride in it.
That's
It's
great,
pretty cool.
man. Like people, not everything's needed to learn. Not everything is
Like, there's
pen
no
and paper.
manual.
Not there's no man. Yes, there's not
Yeah.
everything has rules. Not everything. I mean, obviously, if you want to be like a math teacher, there's rules, but
Yeah.
this ain't that game right here. This is like you're able to experiment and stuff. Like I'm able to get away with, as an artist, I don't know, I consider this content art. I'm able to get away with interviewing a graphic designer one day and then interviewing a, you know,
Yeah,
funk
exactly.
artist one day,
Mhm.
because there's
And
no
it
rules
is
to this shit.
it's art. There isn't no rules at all. Like if people think that you have to follow some weird invisible guideline or something that you just just fucking do yourself, man. Just go out there. You don't have to depend on people, but at the same time, I guess the word depend isn't the right word. But I mean, if at some point you need help, reach out. And then because I need help sometimes. I be making cover arts and
Yeah.
oh shit, I don't have this type of font. Can someone help me out with the font or something? And that's how it'll just go. Like that's pretty much how network is, man. You throw yourself out there and you just receive the help if people want to help you, and if people don't want to help you, move along, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like network. That's a great word, and that can be put in lots of different scenarios. Like I interviewed this gentleman, Mirjees. Shout out to Mirjees. And from him, so many people just started hitting me up locally. I'm here in Delaware about interviews, and I just like. Would you say there was like one person who really helped you get opportunities with other artists? Like, who was that really sort of opened you up to a network of different artists to work with? Who was that
I would
artist?
say there's actually two people, even though I haven't really interacted with one of them. There's so first of all, Ziploc.
Yes.
Started talking to him. I kind of just I asked him, because he worked a lot with the Menace from Doom Shop.
Yeah.
He would buy beats off of him, or like he would like make songs with him. And from there I was like, hey man, like how did you get into talking with like the Menace or Killa C or like Soulze and all these folks? Like how did you get in with them,
Oh,
man?
I love Soulze, man.
Yeah, dude.
I
Soulze,
interviewed him the other day. Oh my goodness.
dude, for real.
It's out. It's been out for a couple weeks.
I gotta surf your page on Instagram.
I'll give you the link. But
Okay.
dude, that was probably like in terms of artists, because like I obviously listen to the artists that I interview prior to interview them, but no artist have I listened to more extensively and enjoy the most than
Soulze.
Soze. I listen to him almost every day. I listen
Dude.
in like even before the interview, I was listening. The only thing I listened to by him was Still Smoking, but and I just that album was on repeat, repeat, repeat. Whenever before I even thought of hitting him up to interview, and then I posted on my Instagram. I was like, "It'd be a dream to interview Soulze," and I
Then
tagged him, and then he's like, "Let's make it happen." And he was like, and then he explained to me, he was like, "New Year, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna, try different things and get interviewed by this, kid from Delaware." You know what I mean? Oh my God, shout out to Souls. And I've been diving into Doom Shop's discography. Is there any other Doom Shop artists you enjoy?
um other than Killa C and Soulze, there's Demise. Demise is pretty good at what he does. Um, Aside from them, I mean, no, not really. Just Soulze is the one I do listen to mostly.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like I do listen to him a lot. He's one of the I guess I do draw inspiration from him because I do whenever I was listening to him a lot, I kind of caught myself in like like almost like using the same words he would say, almost like how you listen
Yeah.
to an artist so much, you kind of just start just remember like memorizing some things, and you're like, oh shit. But
I
no, like I
hear
wouldn't.
that in the what song was that was just released? The I'm looking at it right now, man. It was that one the last song you just released sounded real smooth, like Soulja, like Trey 8. That's real Soulja-esque in a way.
Yeah, his the vocals. I've had people say that my vocals do sound a lot like Soulja's, and I in no way intend to like bite anything or nothing like that. I in no way want to
The
tarnish his.
production's real different though, I'd say.
It really is.
But I'd say your
Everything that
vocals
I
are
work on.
similar to him, but the production is real in a different lane, different samples.
Yeah.
I'd say. Um, and you worked with Kevin the Creep, and that's a real. That's fire to see. You work with him, right? Kevin the Creep.
Yeah, and I worked with Dom too, DJ Sugar Burger.
Ooh.
He leased me a beat that I mean we haven't really gotten into like that rapport. Like I haven't built a rapport with him or had conversation with him like that. But yeah, I've had music out with them and stuff like that.
So, about Kevin the Creep, are you aware of the whole Sick Records thing he has going on? Where he's like got the license to all these old classics. Like he's got that SIBO album, that Gangsta Pat album, and oh my goodness,
Mm.
the bank account might be low after looking at that Bandcamp. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, they've got a lot of good collection right there for fucking vinyls, dude.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit,
The Splatter, Gangsta Pat, what's it called? Deadly
man.
versus
Deadly versus.
deadly ass versus like, dude, and Tales from the Crypt by SIBO,
Oh man,
dude.
they've got so much classic shit, man. A
It,
lot. They really do have a lot of classic shit. And I think they were releasing Season of the Sickness by Brother Lynch soon.
ooh, oh my
I think they
goodness.
were. That's one I was gonna keep my eye out for because I really like Brother Lynch a lot.
Yeah, and they got the cassettes. I really want to see them do CDs though, but I feel like CDs aren't like cared about and seen as more exclusive though. But I have a sweet spot for CDs because the car, like the thing, like because I bought Soulze's Still Smoking on CD, and shouts out to Soulze, he signed it for me after I interviewed him. Um, like I
It,
want to
it,
drive to. I don't know. I want to drive somewhere and just put on Still Smoking. You know what I mean? Just
I
like
mean, fucking road trip, dude. Just
go
put
to
on Still
Cape
Smoke.
Cod or out the Cali or something, or I don't know. Maybe when I'm on tour with some artists I manage. Um, yeah, just man. Well, what album? Let's say you're on a road trip and you're going to a huge city to perform. What album, top to bottom, would you bring with you on that trip? Just to listen to the first album you're gonna go through, top to bottom, on the road trip.
Radiohead, A Moon Shaped Pool.
Mm. Mm. Nice.
Yeah, it was tough. I was battling my head on that one because I was either gonna go with that one or I was gonna choose the War on Drugs.
By who?
That's the band, the War on Drugs.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah. I forgot what the tape was. The album was called. But yeah, I mean, Radiohead. I would go with Radiohead on top to bottom. If I had to listen to it from the first song to the end, I would think that album is pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, I do. I do. As I said earlier, Still Smoking by Soze, but I'd also the two substitutes would be Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs, in The
Mm.
Alchemist, and also as well Take Care, which actually turns 10 years old.
Yeah.
Um, wait, no, fuck that that's
Tomorrow, right?
tomorrow, right? Oh,
I think it is.
yeah, yeah. It turns 10 tomorrow or today or
Mhm.
something.
And
Um,
then Section 80 turns 10 as well.
yeah. I mean, this is my opinion solely, but Take Care is the greatest album ever made. That's just me because I got a cardboard cutout of Drake, man.
With
So
with the style too, do you think the production on that is tippity top for the time that that album was produced in?
it's the most well produced album. 40 is my favorite producer, hands down.
Yeah, so
He doesn't. he doesn't like do that a lot of production recently. Like he's more on the engineer side of things, and maybe if I look at the track list for whole Certified Lover Boy, maybe he's doing more on that album. But he's my favorite producer to listen to. And like Take Care, man. Like I listen to that album almost every day. It's the reason I do anything creative. Is just hearing those stories, like about when Drake raps about how like he argues with like his family and stuff, and then the Marvin's Room as well. But like also Camera's Good Ones Go, and how that shit really get to him. Like he's a real vulnerable individual, and not everybody wants to show that, you know, and that's why I respect him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it's and a lot of people hate on him. I don't know why. You probably just hate on his success. I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad at all as a rapper. You know, as an artist, he is probably what a lot of artists want to be, because he's so fucking successful, man. Drake is honestly proved to everyone that he's one of the best, and he probably wasn't trying to prove to anyone but himself. And that's just dope to see where he's at right now and how he's doing.
Yeah, like he has those lines where it's just like just those lines that really stick with you, like we live in a generation of not being in love and not being together, but we sure make it feel like we're together because we're scared to see each other with somebody else. Like that stuff right there. But he'll also have the line where he'll have like a whole, you know, go on a tangent about, and this isn't Nothing Was the Same, but he'll talk about how he talks with like Nicki Minaj about like all his problems stuff, because he's like has a lot of like shit bottling up inside himself, and he's like sort of, I don't know, just that real person. I like that personal stuff. And what Soulze was explaining to me when I interviewed him is that Soulze tries to do this thing called lifestyle rap, where he's real like just this isn't really bold statement, but he's rapping about like just personal matters and stuff, and he's like not trying to portray a persona of any sorts and stuff like that, but
yeah,
just stuff like that, you know. I love that shit.
It's really coincidental, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stray away from the third person perspective. A lot of people talk shit or look down upon, you know, rappers when they get creative. I don't know why they talk shit on rappers when they get creative. Like when a rapper talks from a third person perspective, saying he's killing somebody or he's running up in a house and shooting someone in the face and blowing their brains out, like stuff like that. Like, I mean, he's not necessarily saying that he's doing it himself. He's just, like you said, he's creating a persona that in that rap exists in the imagination. And if you choose to view it that way, I mean, it depends how people view it, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to stray away from making music more on the imaginative side. I'm trying to make more music on the real side. Like, I'm trying to talk about more what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
I've got a song right now that I just recorded that I'm doing with this guy named Equinox, or Equinox, I think that's how you pronounce it, Equinox. I've got a song with him that I just did with him, and that's exactly what I just did. I just spoke some real shit. The beat really just made me, you know.
You got me hype, man. You might have to email me the leak or something.
No, I will, dude. I'll send you the link right after this. I'll shoot you that. Yeah. But it's a boom bap track.
Oh, dude, yeah. You already got me sold, man. I have
it's a boom bap track, man. And it's pretty dope. I really like making it, and it just happened too, because I was like, okay, and it's like it's more easy to make music that's from within you, from yourself, coming about yourself. It's a lot easier. Like, it just comes easy.
A lot of people will do that sort of third person, or what do they call it, like that sort of persona rap, and it sort of becomes comedic to a point. You know what I mean? Like it'll become like it gets to a point where like they're almost, you listen to it and you're thinking they're making fun of themselves, when maybe they are, maybe they aren't. And this sounds sort of mean, but it's like it's kind of sad sometimes when some people do that too much. Like that's why I love. That's why Kendrick is able to do that whole like, because it's real. Like you get it. There's like Sing About Me, I Dying of Thirst. You can't tell. You can't show that song to someone and then they're gonna hear it and they're gonna think like, oh, that's all bullshit. You know, the storytelling is immaculate. You know.
Yeah, it is. It's not. It's he's telling a story about himself, but at the same time, it's not telling you that it's him.
Like a
It's
certain disenfranchised group of people that he happened to grow up around, sadly.
yeah,
And
exactly. It's like he's the director of the movie, and he's literally just taking you through that ride.
exactly. And I have Good Kid, Mad City on vinyl, and I feel like that doesn't show how that just me getting that on vinyl doesn't show how significant it is. Like when that comes out, when I'm like when it come out, I was like probably 8 years old or something, maybe. Like it's just like I'm able to connect with it then. I'm able to connect with it now, but I'm not able to connect with it. I'm able to understand it. That's a better term because I'm not from fucking Compton. every time I'm in the streets, I didn't hear yacht yacht yacht.
Yeah,
I heard excuse me. Anyways, um like the poetic justice, those money trees, and like me, I'm able to analyze Mad City, and I'm able to like maybe I like the second half more than the beginning. Just the fact that I'm thinking about that when 8 years old, like music. What music made you think when you were young? I'm asking you that. What music made you think when you were young?
shit, dude. It's I would put music on, and it would take me to a different place. I would. Music was literally the only thing I would look to or turn to whenever I was in a rut or I had some shit going on or stuff like that. Music was always what I ran to. It always just made me feel euphoric. Um, I guess music made me feel happy. That's really what it is, man. It's just the happiness that filled my soul, my body, everything was happiness. When I would just play music, I started moving, I started dancing. It just flows through me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to be in a room with me, bro, to fully just experience that just to see that whole thing going on with me when I'm in my process of just listening to music, or whether I'm in the studio, or just all of that. That'd be so cool if we could be in a room. That could be possible. We could at some
Oh
point do that.
man, for sure. I'll have to stop by after maybe if I make a road trip to Cali or something. Um, I always like to I'll be real with you, like off camera. I'll check up on you, bro. I check up on everybody I interview off camera. I'm always checking up on them. I'm like, I just want to know how they're doing. Is there music on point? Is there personal matters on point? I like to try and be able to because I'm always eternally grateful for anybody who's willing to come on my show. You know?
That's man. And if you show love to me, I'll show love to you. And like I said in the beginning, anyone who showed us love will show love back. We're
Yeah.
not arrogant motherfuckers who are gonna be like, nah, fuck you. We don't even believe in clout. So I mean, we haven't even touched anywhere near the tippity top, man. So why the fuck would we be like, oh, fuck you guys? Be like, nah, we show love to who shows us
You're
love.
real appreciative, you know?
And I appreciate your words, man. And I'll do the same. I'll check up on my people, you
Yeah.
know. And life does get in the way, and so you can't get mad if hey, he didn't hit me up today, or like shit like that. People have lives. You can't continue to be like, oh shit, I gotta hit
Yeah,
him up.
while you might love someone's art, you if you you'll never truly understand. I'm not gonna say the gentleman's name, but I found this gentleman in around April, reviewed his music, and he only had one song out, and the one song was the best. It brought me back to when I heard something when I was like 8 years old. It really brought me back, but it's
Yeah.
new, and I hit him up and I got him to do it. I got him to do a song with someone that I manage, and then I hit him up and realized, like, off camera and stuff, I realized, man, he's seen a lot of people live, die. He's lived in a lot of houses just to get 3 songs out. But these 3 songs are so fucking special, and they're eternally in my heart. And you know, these songs, man, they're gonna be in my heart forever, because I understand where he's coming from as a person. While he might not share that information publicly, and I'm not right now because I'm not name dropping him, but like, I'm just saying in general, man, check up on the people's, like, even if you're a fan of somebody's music, it's always a joke, but like, they're always like, you see comments on Rap TV, the blog post. It's like someone will say, you're always asking who is Rap TV, not how is Rap TV. You know,
Yeah.
just that stuff. That's like real compassion, should never be overlooked. You know.
No, it goes a long way, man. It really does go a long way when you just happen to think about someone, and you send them a DM, or you send them a message, a voice message, or you just happen to call them. Even if they don't answer, you leave a voicemail and let them know how you feel. Ask them, how are you? Give me a call back when you get the chance. Stuff like that. It just goes a long way. You just gotta show love, because it all comes back.
For sure, man. For sure, man. Like, there's just so much examples when, like, someone's personal life might not have been like, you know what I mean? Just like, for instance, like Ziploc, man, he's putting out constant efforts and cool little DJ mixes on his SoundCloud, and he's helping people with music, but like, he's got to take a break. Was there ever, do you cherish mental breaks? Do you take them every now and then?
It's needed. It's honestly needed, man, because when you get a mental blockage, or you just get writer's block, it's frustrating, but you just gotta understand that it's not a job. Rapping should not be a job, or like stuff like, if you really want to see it as a job, that's on you. But the way I view it, it shouldn't feel like a job, and that just takes the fun away from stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to see it like that, like, there is hustlers out there who really are pushing that envelope, and they're trying to be a rapper. They're trying to be that. That's what they're trying to be. That's what they're trying to do. And I respect that. That's hugely respectable, because they got it on lock. And as for me, I mean, I don't see it as my plan A. It's just always in the back of my mind, like, if it happens to blow up, it blows up. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I'm not I'm not stressing about it to the point where I'm gonna be somebody. But
Yeah.
no, I'm just doing it because it's fun, man. It's really fun to rap. But yeah, like you were saying, the mental break,
Yeah.
it's needed. That mental break is really needed, man.
Yeah, man, I'm totally an advocate of that, and I always it's always something I gotta remind myself, just like, yeah, dude. Anybody who's listening or does anything that takes a lot of energy out of you, take a mental break, man. Take a mental break. I definitely, and don't be ashamed to tell people, like, if you have plans with someone, I can't do that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because
just
it's your time. It's your, I guess, your internal health. You gotta watch all of the aspects of you. Because, I mean, if you're giving too much of yourself to one thing, and then, sometimes your cup overfills, or sometimes you have nothing left in your cup.
exactly, man. So, I think we're spitting some real shit. I feel like a lot of people could take away from this, and I'm really grateful that you joined the show, man. So let's talk real quick about Funkhouse. So, will there ever be like a sort of collaboration tape between all the members, like all
Yeah,
in
dude,
one? You know,
it's in the works. It's in the works right now.
shit.
We've got quite a bit of work coming for this year. We were actually preparing to drop it this year because we were gonna drop it at the end of December, but I was like, nah, man, we gotta wait. We gotta, separate each project and space it out correctly. Um, we got the whole Funkhouse collaborative tape. We're hoping to drop it in the next 2 to 3 months.
Shit, man, you ever fucking drop a merch or CDs, vinyls, cassettes? I'm emptying my bank account to that, man. You know, I'm serious, bro.
We do have tapes in the works with Tape House USA. We the tapes that we're currently working on, he's going to try to get them on cassettes, and we'll have those out. So hopefully everything goes to plan and we drop everything on time. Because like I said, we got a lot of stuff to drop this year, man. We got a Halloween tape. We got some stuff to drop during the spring and summer.
That Halloween. Are you familiar with Schema Posse's Halloween EP?
Yeah.
Last year. Also, are you aware of the new wave of Schema?
I was getting a little bit into that, and then I kind of just fell off on wanting to, get deeper into that stuff.
Would you say it's ever because of what information relating to Ziploc and Schema?
Yeah, dude, because I mean, it's kind of stupid what the fuck went down. I mean, I didn't get to hear the whole story or anything like that, but just, why just kick someone out just because you ain't feeling him? Because you think he's annoying or stuff like that. Like, he's not annoying, man. He's doing what he loves. Why the fuck are you, bashing on people for doing what they love to do?
Then, like I've interviewed 2 Schema members, but I there were nice individuals on and off camera, but I have no information of Zip's involvement. I know that Zip's involvement, and Zip has told me personally how the new members have not really appreciated him as much as the old members, but I've never had like a horrible issue with them, but it is a bit disappointing as I am looking up to a couple members who have really kind of opened doors for me and allowed me to be slightly accepted by the underground scene, and were my sort of first relatively large people that opened a network of followers and supporters. It's sort of disappointing to see them act that way to someone who's really helped me out off camera, and I'm just, it's a bit disappointing, man.
Yeah, no, I feel that, dude. I feel that 100% because people should just, treat folks the good way. What's so bad with, being nice to someone?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Why the hell is that so damn hard?
Yeah.
Why does that seem to be so fucking hard nowadays?
So with the Ziploc though, it's good to see that he's he's branching into new territories, working with Drac Hawthorne. They're in the music duo Duality. They released their project Vibe Violently Intoxicated Beyond Ether. And like it was Fireman, and they're a part of the Circle of Serpents music group with the musician Mad Snake. It's just I hope he sort of moved past that shit, and I really hope he gets through everything he's got to go through. What would you like? What?
He'll get through it. He's a strong individual. He'll get through it, man.
And he's got a real good family unit. I don't know if you're familiar. He's got his sister and his sister recently had a baby, so he's real like sort of supporting of his family, and that's great to see. What would you like to tell your supporters before we wrap this up, or anybody that supported you in this journey?
Dude, I would love to tell them that we really appreciate you guys listening to our stuff. From the beginning. And honestly, we hit 600 followers on the SoundCloud page for Funkhouse, so that's pretty cool. And we love to see you guys running up our shit. That's pretty damn cool for you guys to enjoy what we're making, even though it's being made up out of the basement, fool. But just we love you guys so much. Really, I mean, if we ever do happen to have shows, we will plan on making a tour. We
Ooh,
we have
snap.
talked about that because I mean we have been talking to Sam and we've been talking. Well, they're from Europe, so we're in talks trying to get them to come over here, or we either go over to Europe and then we do some shows in Europe and then we knock it down over here.
I'll fucking
So
show up, man. I'll show up.
yeah, but I mean, we really appreciate the followers and supporters from Europe to the U.S. to South America to every continent in the world. Because I've seen everyone listen to our stuff, and that's a huge thanks from the bottom of my heart. For real, it means a lot. So thank you guys.
Man, that was a great episode, man. We really this. I feel like my best episodes are when someone could take something away, with them spiritually, in a sense, and we hit that. We hit that for sure. Um, Thanks again. I'm gonna do my outro and then stick on after I'm done recording. That was another edition of Hass Discusses. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening on any audio platforms, be sure to download each episode and share with your friends. Sponsors in the description. See you guys in the next episode.
Peace.